So, patch coming. Apparently, it's later today, which is really, really cool. They've talked about new portraits, coat of arms and stuff, monuments. So, I think like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and then is it Conqueror? Does it say here what they are? No clue, no clue. Good morning, Nem, as well. Hello. So there's a few things here that I've already felt are really cool. So I just glanced halfway through. I haven't got through the full thing yet because I've just got on the PC. Stonewall Stonewall Tower cost increase from 200 to 300 stone. I just want them. Overall, this is good, but I'd like it if they were just removed. Basically, or put to tier 3 or something. You know, there's still a bit of unreasonable building. Herbal medicine technology removed to Castle Age. It's good. Maybe it'll still be banned. I'm not sure. Maybe it would be more viable. Chinese Imperial Officer train time reduced to 20 seconds again. So that's good because it was kind of lame that it was 30 seconds. Patch comes out later today. Delhi Sultanate and Abbasid Orchard bonus reduced from 250 to 100 food extra. That's good, because berries right now, getting double the amount of berries, that's insane. That means that 8 pack of berries, from it being, how much is that? 8 times 250? Then turned to 8 times 500. So from being like a good 2,000 food resource to 4,000 just because of your civ, that seemed a bit broken. So I think this is far more in line. Rust Banded Arms bonus. This is for Springald, yeah? To 0.5 extra. Almost not worth getting. Almost. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is just like bug fixes by the looks of it. Where infantry could occasionally sneak through palisade walls near bastions. Amundo, thank you for the 4 months, my dude. Thank you, thank you. New features and highlights. Editor. Ranked season starts on the 13th. Global build queue. Cool. Let's have a look. Mouse hotkeys. They said that they're still working on the hotkeys, but they're trying to fix. Invictus, hello, thank you as well. So you can bind hotkeys to your mouse now. Toggle on or off control group exclusivity. Aha! So they've added the thing where you can take away units from a. Nice. Fog of War revealed to all players when game is over. That's nice as well. They've added patrol. I kind of didn't want patrol, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Brand new Art of War challenge with advanced combat. Refine your strategy and challenge to earn yourself gold. Queue dodging. Applies a 5-minute, 15, 30, 60-minute lockout for quick match and ranked queues. I think that's good. I'd have almost preferred them just losing rank. But I guess this fixed quick match as well. Chinese Dynasty. Now it's going to fit right there. Campaign missions, mods, maps, mod bug fixes. Balance. Okay. You're worried about the queue dodging changes? Why so? So I didn't want patrol because I felt that it was kind of a skill to, let's say you're on Boulder Bay. That's a good example. To stop your opponent from retaking the water, which, you know, if you have the water and your opponent doesn't, you're already at a significant advantage. You'd have to put, like, let's say 4 ships down the row just to make sure they don't build a dock, which is at least you have to commit something to it. Whereas now you can potentially have, like, 1 or 2 boats just patrolling to stop them from getting water back, which I think that kind of stuff just means that your advantage is already sealed. So yeah, I kind of don't like the patrol thing for a lot of things. Let's see. Tighten win rates, encourage early conflict on the map with deer patches, improve the feel of moving naval units, increase risk counterplay. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I thought were pretty cool. Field construction time of all the siege is slowed down. Like Spring Old, Mangonel, Trebuchet, which I think is great. Really good. Scouts now attack faster, but have half the reload time. So they attack faster with their bow, 2 to 1 seconds. Their attack is faster as well, but their melee attack is halved in damage, so they can harass eco harder. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. Villager hunted meat carry capacity improved. Good morning, Maz, matey. Improve responsiveness of small and medium ships. Arrow ships can no longer fire while moving. Reduce all the population of boats, because you know when you're making a junk and it's like, holy shit, this is full supply? Well, and it's quite a bad unit, and it's like, okay. Attack ship ranged armor reduced by 1, except for the French Hulk. Warship formation spreading. Naval navigator no longer gives +1 weapon range. Increased sight range improve from a 1 to 4. That's quite big. Updated selection area for all fishing deposit to match visual. This also resolves issues where deep sea fish became harder to select as the resource was depleted. That bug was very annoying. Rams can no longer target naval units. Oh, I loved killing boats with rams. Core buildings and upgrades. Buildings under construction receive 50% more damage. That's actually quite big and nice. If you're trying to put up a building in your opponent's face, you can at least hurt it a bit now. We'll see how it works out. Keep build time increased. Stonewall tower increased. Stonewall tower cost increased. Burning oil cost increased quite hugely. Double. Burning oil takes longer now as well. Greased axle movement speed on siege, 20 to 15. Geometry, move from University Siege Workshop. Geometry, that is the 20% extra gunpowder damage, yeah? Or... that's the ram damage. Aha, ram damage. Okay. Ram and treb damage? Or just ram? Aha, thank you, Maz. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it costing this much was ridiculous. Siege Works, move from Siege Workshop to University. Siege Works. That was the health, or... remove completely from Chinese astronomical clock tower? I think it's the health. Or is it the range on the health and range armor? Aha, okay. Mongol improved version, increased 1,000 stone. Siege Works time increase from 60 to 90. Okay. Tithe Barns now currently provides 30 stone per minute instead of 15. I didn't realize it only gave 15 stone. I was getting it quite a bit for stone, and I thought I didn't get a lot. Repairability now shows the correct requirements for attempting to use it on an enemy player. Fix a bug where some units were leaving a visible ghost upon entering the fog of war, as if they were buildings. Okay. Abbasid, so the 100 food thing, we talked about that. Massive buffs to camel archers. So camel archers now, if you're trying to defend against these, quick armored castle timings, now your camel archers can actually deal 12 damage. They're a bit faster. They're less good against spearmen themselves, but overall just better. Once they get to age 4, like elite, they're only 1 damage better, which isn't that big, but camel riders, the unit from the stables, are significantly all-round better, so they're no longer pure shit against everything besides cavalry, so it's interesting. Camel boarding now only affects camel riding, no longer affects camel archers. Camel boarding, or barding, is that the +2 armor? Or... God, so many upgrade names. So many upgrade names. Alright. Invictus with the gifted sub. Thank you. So camel barding moved from blacksmith to the stables. Okay, that's nice that they've actually just moved it away from the blacksmith. So if I don't make the stables, I won't accidentally get it. So they've reduced the cost of it as well. And okay. Faith can no longer be used to convert naval units. Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. Abbasid Golden Age production speed now properly applies to all production buildings and not only military. Hello, increase worker speed. That's good. Composite bow tooltip now correctly displays 33% attack speed instead of 25. Improved processing now applies to town centres. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, so they're mixing around a lot of the wing stuff. So the agriculture one that increase your farms, that I always thought was way too pricey. They've now made it way more in line with the first tier upgrade. Improved processing Abbasid. Aha. So it didn't apply to town centres before. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, they've made that so like say if you are trying to get the food income increase, get the first one on the mill first, and then the one on the House of Wisdom, and boom, you've got a lot of food. It's like 2 upgrades, but it's not even remotely as expensive anymore. So that's fun. Grand Bazaar, I think that's the one that you get a secondary resource from trade. So now that is the feudal age one, and it's very cheap. So that's great. Takes 60 seconds. And then Spice Road is the Imperial one. So that's the one for way more, or 30% more gold. I think that is a good way to have it. So Spice Roads, look, it was 100 wood, 250 gold at age, or at feudal, which is a lot of money. So now you have Grand Bazaar that's much better at feudal. Very possibly that there might be some world that you don't get the economic wing instead. You get the trade one. Maybe for age 3. I still think the economic wing's so good. We'll see. Because with camels out and stuff, they're very strong. Military wing. Boot camp requirement to feudal, and it's way cheaper now. It's better. Camel rider shields reduced. Good. Camel rider shields reduced. Camel support from feudal to imperial. So that's the armor bonus to your infantry, but it's gone from 1 to 2. Now, it costs a lot more, because that's a massive boost. But I think that's great. It was... Now you actually kind of have to think about which one you want. So, like, this is where I got to with the patch notes when I was just browsing through on my own. Ancient Techniques. That's the one with the extra resource drop-off for China at age 4 on the university. So they've actually made it a bit more pricey, which it's okay. A Barbican of the Sun sight range increased to match that of the outpost. I think that's a good change because it is a big outpost. Imperial Spies from the Imperial Palace landmark. Let's be real. We didn't really use that much. Now reveals village. In fact, I pretty much use it just once when the building's done, and that's it. Villagers, traders trade, ships, fishing ships, and officials. No longer can you do the tax fraud thing, apparently. It's kind of a funny little bit of role-playing here. Fix the bug where elite fire lancers didn't upgrade. Fix the bug where pagoda could generate more resource than intended. Dynasty units and buildings are no longer gated when advancing to the next dynasty. Once unlocked, you always can build them. That's good. You know when you have Song and you're like, oh, do I go up because now I can't build Zug Nu? And it's like, well, now you can. The Wan Dynasty movement speed bonus no longer applies to Siege. I think that's also really good. Village requirement from Song to Tang Dynasty. Village cost increase from 100 to 125 wood. Village health increase. Granary requirement from Wan to Song Dynasty. I'm kind of thinking about Song Dynasty now. So, like, what do you get from Song? You get a granary, Zug Nu, and faster villages. It's definitely interesting. Because I do think the granary kind of sucks in general. Like, it's an expensive mill. Like 250. Granted, they do stack, but I don't know. When is the patch? Later today. Pagoda is slightly nerfed, but it's gone to the Yuan Dynasty. So now it's 100 gold Instead of it being 100 of each, it's now 100 gold and then 50 of the other 3. Which I think is fine if it's gone to one dynasty instead of Ming. The thing about this, though, this is an unusual one, because for me, Ming was okay. You get grenadiers and pagodas, which are both pretty damn good. Very expensive to get there. But now is it just you get Ming for grenadiers and that's it? Is that how it works? If so, Ming sucks. And one is definitely nerfed because of the no speed on siege, which is one extra reason that I don't want to go one in anymore. I'd rather the pagoda be on the Ming dynasty still, pretty much, because I almost feel that I'd want to skip one dynasty. Official cost increase from or change from 150 food to 100 food 50 gold. This one's interesting. China was able to rapidly accelerate their age of time by skipping a mining camp and using tax gold. Not sure about this one. Delhi. All right. So those are the China changes. I mean, interesting. They'll definitely require a bit of playing. Delhi sanctity gold bonus reduced from 100% to 50%. Okay. Wait, isn't this already the case, or am I a noob? Isn't this already in, or am I... I don't even know. All right. Okay, so Delhi starting wood, because this has already changed, right? Herbal medicine to castle age. All right, orchard bonus. No. For Earth's Tiger, Tower War Elephant has been renamed to Tower Elephant, so the name is more distinct from their cousins, the War Elephant. Okay. Slow burning defenses now correctly. Tower of Victory, attack speed bonus 50%. The buff is now applied in a larger radius. Effect now probably applies its full bonus to all melee and ranged infantry. Fixed a bug that would sometimes reset the food income provided by the Hisar Academy after producing a man-at-arms or a knight. Compound of the Defender is no longer active while the landmark is destroyed. Delhi Sultanate Tech Tree now less honed blades under the Castle Age. The slow burning defenses under... Okay. So Delhi, when they first came, it was 200 gold per minute for a sacred site. So now I assume it's 150 per minute, but already it was that. Man-at-arms train time reduced from 22 to 15. I think this is cool. We'll see what it does. Vanguard man-at-arms armor increased from 2 to 3. So that's the Dark Age one, yeah? Abbey of King's healing rate, 6 health per 1 second. Starting wood increased from 150 to 200. English will be interesting. White Tower and Berkshire Palace now have visual weapon emplacements for boiling oil. Cool. Setup camp can no longer be triggered while in combat. Correct requirement text on English setup camp ability. Okay. Yeah, these English changes will be interesting. I mean, the Abbey of Kings, I was actually thinking about this last night. I was like, I really want English to have something where it's just like every minute you pop out a villager for free. Can you send the patch link, please? It's literally impossible. So, do you have access to Reddit, Kasani? Because I can put this here, but that's where I get all my info. So, for example, I'll open this. AoE 4. That's my Reddit button. And then here, patch notes. It's the top thing. So that's how I find my info. I try and make things super simple for myself. Let's see. French. Red Palace now has visual weapon emplacement for boiling oil. Now increased on by 5% setting armor to 5. Fixed a bug with the French tech tree where traders were displayed in the Dark Age under Chamber of Commerce. Military Siege Engineer UI. Now I got Royal Knight help text update to reflect popular duration bonus. Okay. Alright. Now we're getting on to some serious changes here. Regnitz Cathedral relic capacity reduced from 3 to 2. This is massive for HRE Mirror. You know, in those situations where one guy has 3, one guy has 2, and it's like 900 gold versus 600 gold per minute, that's huge. Much more even. If you have 3 versus 2, it's more like 700 versus 600. Way more in line. Burgrave Palace now produces infantry 400% faster instead of training units in batches of 5. Much better change. Minework Palace research discount. So these 2 changes for the Minework actually make it kind of interesting. So the discount is a little bit cheaper, but the research speed is increased. It'll be very interesting to see how that's used. Palace of Swabia. So Swabia got a bit of a nerf for the production speed and discount, but still very good. Inspired Warrior effect duration increased from 30 seconds to 60. So I think this was done to make it so the Archon Chapel isn't as overwhelmingly sick, right? Like, it's still going to be sick, but this change doesn't affect the Archon Chapel, but it will boost the Minework. If you're wondering why, well, everything within the Archon Chapel is it's going to remain within the Archon Chapel, right? You're either in it or you're not. So the duration doesn't really affect, but within regards to having a couple of prelates out, because I think right now you can keep like 8 workers inspired. Now it's going to be 16 per prelate. So that's huge. That's huge. Marching drills costs reduced. So it's literally half the amount. So if you get it with a 30% boost as well, that's huge. It's not the gathering buff inspired? What is it? It's the army buff? What? Aha. Oh, I never get that. Fuck it then. This is useless. Okay. Forget everything I just said. Yeah, forget everything I just said. This is useless. Okay. They're trying to buff it, but it's just like, okay. So marching drills. Reduced time. Marching drills now affects prelates. I like the fact that it's actually reduced in general. Prelates are already fast as fuck, man. They're going to be so freaking fast. The 400% faster, affecting upgrades as well. Could it give some... There's potential. Like if there is potential that if you get the Burgrave, let's say you go for a proxy Burgrave. Let's say you go for a proxy Burgrave and you get all 3 of the upgrades, like Man-at-Arms, the mace one, the 2-handed one, and you pop out with a bunch of Men-at-Arms, but this is kind of considering that your opponent isn't looking at what you're doing. It's definitely nice for whipping out quite a few land snakes very quickly, let's say, and butchering a line. Don't get me wrong, this Burgrave is definitely better now, a lot better than the batch of 5, because the batch of 5 was shit, because you had to wait for all that money and then pop it, and it's like, might as well just have a few barracks. Whereas this is a lot better now. But Regnitz is still damn good. Hypothetically. But we'll see. So marching drills now affects prelates. I already felt that prelates were a bit fast, but we'll see. Oh, prelate UI indicator, cool. Elsbeth Palace now has visual weapon in place, cool. By placing relics in docks, it no longer is possible to surpass the 25% attack speed. The Great Palace of Flensburg Wunder can now properly make use of the influence. Aha! Cool. Imba. That could be so epic if somebody's trying to keep a wonder alive. And it's like, emergency repair! Luboshimir, thank you. Docks can now probably make use of influence emergency. Okay, nice. Keeps no longer granted Springald when a unit is garrisoned, and the Springald placement is not researched. Okay. Relics placed inside docks no longer increase the attack speed of all players' ships. Oh. Fix the bug where the HRE galley archship was firing an additional arrow. Aha! Was it... So it was the HRE galley that was bugged, not the English galley? Is that what this is saying? Interesting. Textiles improved. Has been added to town centre, available in Castle Age. Oh, cool. textiles improve, increase the health of villages by 50. That's sick, actually. Wow, that's really good. Mongol landmark town center. The Mongol landmark town center can now be packed while at maximum pop. Okay. Fix a bug where Mongol type bombs was 80 seconds instead of the intent. Alright, so this is all just kind of like bug fixes and stuff. The upgraded Yam Aura movement speed no longer applies to siege weapons. The upgraded Yam Aura... Oh, so Yam doesn't affect siege anymore? Is that what it's saying here? If so, that's great. I fucking hate speed upgrades for siege. So they removed them for China with the Wan dynasty. And it looks like they've removed them for Mongol as well. That's great. That's great. Okay. Warrior monk weapon range increased from... Holy shit! Range monks, baby. Okay. That's nice. Oh, they have... I didn't even realize monks have a charge. Horse archer precision technology. Reduced from 2 to 1. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Horse archer precision technology. Streltsy double time. Ability no longer quickens their static deployment ability. Okay. Banded arms. So that's the Springold upgrade. So Streltsy's got a little bit of nerf. Horse archers in age 4 got a little bit of a nerf. Monk's got a buff. Springold's got a nerf. I think that's great. Golden Gate trade buttons have been relocated to match markets. Oh, what a change. That's good. Golden Gate no longer shares double-click selection with markets. Okay. Oh, it's lots of logiship changes. Okay, hold on. Logiships now have the correct upgrades applied after conversion. That's good. That was a bit lame. Fix a bug where a Logia attachment is built after research armor hill were getting additional hit points. Fix a bug where it was cheaper to upgrade into Logia trade ships instead of producing them from the dock. Fix a bug where you could place down rust palisade walls and still get the Wonderstruck achievement. Don't know what that is. Logia fishing ship. These changes are aimed at slowing down the Logia fishing ship rush. Players will have less fishing ships to convert into attack ships immediately upon aging up to feudal. Population cost increase from 1 to 2. Would increase double. They take, let's say a good like 60-70% longer to build. And they are twice as buff, but they forage about twice as good too. Interesting. Rust will be interesting. Maps. This has meant objects like relics, gold deposits, are now spawning in a tighter band for each pair to cut down on cases where one resource node would spawn considerably further away from one player than the other. We're always tweaking, looking to improve this, so keep sending us screenshots and map seeds when you feel things are generated unfairly. Okay. Oh, they actually want people to do those screenshots? I find those screenshots so irritating, but... Hey, well, fair play. Okay. Relics will now spawn in more balanced configuration. 1 accessible relic per player. 3 centrally concessed. I think, yeah, I did notice that the relics were a little bit better. Sacred sites have had their spawn parameters narrowed to help them spawn evenly across the map. Okay, I think that's good. Specific map changes. Mountain ranges have been shortened slightly to provide more consistent central lake and mountain configuration. Deep water fish have been removed from the side ponds and concentrated in the central lake. Oh. This was to both remove instances of unbalanced amounts of safe fish and ensure that the most valuable fish are located in... I think that just made Nagari worse, but... Nagari was kind of nice that you had these like little ponds in the side. It was lame that sometimes you had literally 0 deep sea fish there, but it would be nice if it was like 3 deep sea fish or something. Because they already nerf deep sea fish a lot if there's only a few packs, but it's about the same if there's a lot of packs. Relic count has been increased to spawn a base 4 relics plus 1 per player. Oh, is that just for Nagari or? Interesting. Black Forest, Boulder Bay. Oh wow, there's going to be... Adjusted the crossings on this map for confluence. Huh. Interesting. Wait, are all these maps coming back to 1v1 now, or? Oh shit, there's so many map changes. Frickin' A. Oh my god. Divided maps now have 6 relics. Interesting. I like this center of the map kind of thing. It looks a lot better. Removed errant deep water fish that would spawn a micro 1v1. So they've removed deep sea fish. Hello, Cranlaw. To be fair, I started really early this morning. We just trade post spawns to ensure they do not spawn on isolated islands created by lakes. We fix a rare instance of sacred sites not spawning. That's funny. We fix a rare case of players spawning too close to the side range, stomping out things like sacred sites and trade posts. Okay. Mongolian heights. Number of relics increased to 4 base plus 1 up to 3 base. Wait, number of relics increased to 4 base plus 1 plus. Oh, okay. Okay. Number of contested resourceologists spawning. Space between sheep herds was increased to cut down on the incidence of ply plus sheep spawning together. Okay. Okay. This is nice. Sometimes you could get like all freaking 10 sheep. Adjusted the spawn over cliffs to ensure that each player is given a flat path from their start position to the river. Obviously, you could receive imagination where the starting area is predicted by. Oh yeah, that was lame. Hill and Dale, we've tuned down wolf spawns from 2 per sacred site to 1%. Was there 1 wolf per sacred site on Hill and Dale? I didn't even notice. We've tuned starting forest to not be able to close off a full ramp to players' plateau. That's nice. Overhauled how the plateaus spawn to provide more consistent experience. Plateau sizes will be now the same for both players. Nice. King of the Hill. We've done an overhaul. Okay. I like the idea of King of the Hill. They've made it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Dude, King of the Hill. Look at this. Can you see this? I think the whole edge of the map is forest. Oh my goodness. There's wood. There's wood, team. Okay, hold on. We saw previously that some players could have very little wood near their TC, or that their path to the top of the hill was much longer. Overhauled hill generation to ensure fairness. Removed all random forests on the map. A dense perimeter. Okay, this is that already makes me go, oh. That looks a lot better. Mega random. Campaign, general fixes, UI control. Bug fixes, other improvements. Oh, nice. All right, we went through most of them.